Maybe for the new year, you want to add a skill. You know, I've been listening to some self-help podcasts, and one of the gentlemen I listen to says that you absolutely should. Every year, you should gain a new skill.
Yeah, to make yourself a better human being.
Correct. Right? And one of those skills that's cool for hobbyists, for people that work on cars, for fix-it people, handymen, is welding. Yeah. Welding is something, and it's attainable. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, welding, that's way out of my reach. No. We have one of the most premier, hands-on, low-class rooms, small and BDM-owned welding schools, I'll just say in North America. I don't know of any other welding school that's like this.
It's Underground Metalworks, underground-metalworks.com.
That's our buddy Jason. He's a BDM.
Yeah, he's right here in Central Florida, and it's an awesome welding school for the hobbyists out there. They offer weekend classes. They offer weekday classes, small classes, hands-on, MIG, TIG. If you want to get certified for work or to get a new job, they can do that.
Or brush up your skills. Maybe you already know what you're doing, but you always wanted to get better and fine-tune it. Jason's the guy. He has a podcast about welding that's won awards. Yeah. He talks to some of the greatest and best welders in the industry all across North America.
Yeah, search Underground Metalworks. You'll find them online. Yeah. But if you want to take like a father-son welding class, father-daughter welding class, mother-daughter, all that would be cool experience.
Take your entire office building. You know, you want team building? Take them and learn how to weld. I mean, like, it's more fun than going there trust falling.
It's a cool skill to learn.
It's one of those. You know why it is? Because you're using the most useful material in the world, which is metal. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's the one that it's the big boy. Like, anybody can make something out of paper. Anybody can make. You're right. Paint. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'll cut that out. You're painting some stuff. But you know, like not everybody can take two pieces of metal and fuse them together. And there's a danger aspect to it too. So go see our buddy Jason.
Yeah, underground-metalworks.com. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. On the couch with us today, John Graham's here.
Howdy, howdy.
For a little bit of a holiday edition of What's in My Mouth.
I don't have a What's in My Mouth. I don't have a theme.
Well, that's fine. We got a lot.
We got a lot.
I figured for sure there was going to be one with jingle bells.
No, I think I did a Halloween one, and I kind of stopped there. And then we've been banking so many shows to try and get new stuff out for everybody. I completely blanked on this because we have another thing we're going to do with Christmas music. Mm-hmm. So I was more planning that. So let's just jump into it. You guys know what the bit is. It's called What's in My Mouth. John brings us some of the latest and greatest products from all across the world that are online, that you're in stores.
Supermarkets, fast food. So I figured Christmas is coming up. Candy canes. You want to start with candy canes.
All right.
So if you go to Dollar Tree, there are so many flavors. Like here in front of you, Fruity Pebbles, Jell-O, Smarties, Popsicle, Kool-Aid, and the Warheads. So dive in, try one. If we eat them all, we'll be here for an hour.
Yeah, I'm going to try a Fruity Pebble.
Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah, I'm going to go in for the Fruity Pebble.
And they're great because, you want to spice up your tree even if you don't eat them. $1.25.
Going in. You want to try the Jell-O ones? It's easy to open. Yeah, try the Jell-O one.
And so it's kind of two things. One, does it taste good? Second, does it taste like what it says it tastes like?
You got to get...
People love the eating noises.
It absolutely does taste like Fruity Pebbles. It has that same... There's like a style.
Mm-hmm. I can't put it. Is it just citrus? What do Fruity Pebbles taste like? They're all multicolors, but they all taste the same.
Well, have we determined that they are in the same boat as Fruit Loops? Because I don't know that to be true.
They're probably similar, like Coke and Pepsi.
No, what I mean is Fruit Loop, when you're eating a bowl of Fruit Loops, every loop is exactly the same flavor. The only difference is the color. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think Fruity Pebbles is different. I think Fruity Pebbles... Each fruit flake or fruit rice thing is its own flavor. I could be wrong on that.
I would figure they're smaller than Fruit Loops, so I would think if anything they'd be less likely to be.
But it does taste like Fruity Pebbles. Did you guys grow up with anybody that liked Fruity Pebbles? I never knew anybody that
never really ate
them.
We were an Apple Jacks family.
I'm not a big fan of the different flavored candy canes. Mm-hmm.
You just want peppermint?
I just want the standard. And then when you differ from that, it's always like never as good as the standard to me.
Is that your dog whistle to other traditionalists out there? Is that what you're doing?
I was just saying, like, when I tried this Jell-O candy cane, and I'm like, nah.
I'm 100% wrong. John, absolutely correct on even the flavor. It is a slight citrus flavor. They're all the same flavor.
Also, Dollar Tree sounds like it should be fancier inside. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm always disappointed when I go inside.
Dollar Tree and Dollar General are my favorite of the dollar stores.
Yeah. The worst.
Are there other ones?
There's just dollar stores.
Oh, okay, the brand, just dollar stores.
I like Dollar General because they actually have some fresh fruit in there, actually. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought Five Below would be fancier. Because there's a Five Below by my house, and I won't go to the I go to the Dollar Tree every once in a while. And Crystal drags me in there to buy movie candy. Like the damn animals, we were just sneaking.
Yeah, get your good and plenty at the store.
I have a job, so we have to go to the Dollar Tree and get movie candy. We're teaching our sons.
In. Yeah, here, put this in. Put your good and plenty down next to your balls.
But with the Five Below, I was like, oh, this is going to be a way better experience than the Dollar Tree, and it's the same experience.
Well, it's Five Below Dollar Tree. It's like, it was in the name. You have Dollar Trees up here, and Five Below is
They
Five
do have a
Below.
bunch of candy in there, too.
Yeah, I mean, the whole aisles they're pulling the stuff off.
We're so addicted to consumerism
trashy in there
that even poor people need stores that they can go and buy thousands of things they don't need.
And poor people's kids, they let them just run around the store and pull all the stuff off the shelves and leave the stuff on the floor.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but Dollar General stores are a lower form of daycare for some parents. You just let them run amok in there.
Sorry, John. So they do all
you're
types,
forgiven.
And then they do like the popsicle candy canes, and then what do we got here? The Kool-Aid candy canes.
Now, I always wanted these, not to go along with Tom and his bah humbug on these, but it's probably not going to surprise you. These started rolling out years ago, and my mom very anti-funny candy canes. Candy canes are not to be... Also, there is a biblical aspect to the candy cane, isn't there?
I've heard people say it's a shepherd's crook, and the white represents this, and the red represents the blood of Christ, and all that
You're taking Jesus out of Christmas, John. By giving us
but
these
my mom was like,
Jello candy canes. I want the traditional Jesus.
I do think my mom thinks that the world went to hell in a handbasket when you took Jesus off the candy canes and you put Barney and Fred.
Yeah.
I
want a candy cane nail.
Okay, so there's a lot. There's a lot to
makes
this. So if you turn it one way, it's a J for Jesus. If you turn it upside down, it's a shepherd's staff. The white equals the purity and sinlessness of Jesus. The red stripes equal the blood of Christ. The thick red stripe is Christ's sacrifice. The thin red stripes are the lashes from the whipping on his back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I make sure.
Enjoy, kids.
Now here's the thing in my house.
Yeah, they had the back
here's
whipping.
the thing in my house, and you may not do this in your house, but that's fine. You're not me. I make Maisie recite everything that candy cane means before she can eat it. I'm like, you forgot the whippings. You forgot Christ's whippings. No candy cane. And she doesn't get one if she can't recite the whole thing. Sorry, John.
So
we should just call this segment called Sorry, John. Right? I think that's a better name.
All right, let's move on to the next one. What do we got next?
Sure,
John?
I got... in the past, I've talked about how dirty sodas become a thing, right?
Yes.
Where people are putting like creamer and milk and
that's when you
syrups
boof a soda.
in soda. So, Target this year has sugar cookie flavored milk, and it actually is labeled "Milk for Santa."
Okay.
All right.
And now, first, it's kind of like eggnog for people who don't like eggnog. It really just tastes like vanilla and a little bit like butter. And when you guys pour it, you'll see it's a little darker.
Where do I pour it? In this?
I gave you guys cups.
So this is to emulate the after effect of dunking cookies in milk, and then
it's like cookies and milk without the cookies.
Okay.
There you go.
And so then,
I've seen people trying to sell like cereal milk.
I've seen it. Yeah, cereal milk. This is kind of like that. And I've already seen this on TikTok. People are pouring this in like Dr. Pepper and then putting whipped cream and sprinkles on top.
Holy smokes, that's delicious, John. That is so
Crazy.
good. My God.
it's got an off-putting
No,
color.
don't
to
look
it.
at the color.
Just don't think
Taste
about it as
just
milk.
Taste
Think
it. It's
about
delicious.
it as eggnog or something.
Just taste it.
But yeah,
It's
it's
really
just
good.
vanilla, a little bit of butter. It's not the
It's really
eggnog
good.
Oh,
spices.
yeah. I mean, that's just some sugar milk.
That is
exactly.
literally black. Like, drink that before you do your run.
Yeah, that's some old school sugar milk.
Man, that is great.
Yeah. I'm going to put that on my cereal. My Justin Jefferson cereal.
I bought this one.
You did buy this? Yeah, I don't like it. Did you?
I thought it was the single worst cereal ever created by man.
Okay, I'm glad.
Have you talked about it on the air?
No,
Okay.
I held it for you. I was going to give you the box. I gave Tom a box.
Yeah, no, Daniel's like, Maisie loves this cereal. Like,
she did love it.
And then like maybe she wanted to buy it for the boys, and then Daniel gave it to me. I brought it home.
But she eats like a running
It's like a Justin Jefferson.
She does eat like Justin Jefferson. Hey, Johnny Sir is lemon raspberry chocolate. I'm like, what? That's the worst combination. What is the combination of the Justin Jefferson cereal?
It is strawberry cinnamon toast crunch.
Yuck.
And frosted lemon Cheerios.
See, things taste different with diamond teeth.
Maisie wants diamond teeth. We've been talking about it. I want a diamond tooth, and so does your wife. And Maisie's like, oh, that would be awesome. I was like, well, you can get diamond teeth.
So the Justin Jefferson
since
cereal.
we drove right into it, the full name is Justin Jefferson's Jetta's Mix Cereal.
Oh, it's so terrible.
Remember last year there was it called Kelsey Mix last year? Hang on. I got the notes here somewhere. Yeah, Kelsey Mix. Last year
Eat the strawberry cinnamon toast.
Yeah, I just had
It's the worst. That is the worst tasting cereal in the history of cereal.
Now, no one else has agreed with me on this, but there's something weird. I don't know if it's the combination of the flavors or the synthetic stuff. It almost has like a black licorice finish to me. There's like something in there, and I'm like why does this taste like black licorice?
I didn't say licorice. To me, it tastes like a plastic taste finish. The finish of it tastes artificial. Which I cannot get I can't get on board with.
Well, maybe if I had diamond teeth.
I know you did. If your teeth are artificial, then the artificial sugar tastes great.
But this does seem like something that maybe
leans into the stereotype of.
Not for us.
I just think it's a kid cereal.
This is a for us by us FUBU cereal, not for us. It's not for us.
I just thought it was like for little kids. The taste, it's all sugar.
It's terrible.
Crunchy,
it's literally the worst tasting cereal. And
look at how skinny the box is.
And I love. Well, he's a skinny guy. I think he's awesome. I think he's like. One of my favorite NFL players by far.
And maybe the best receiver in the NFL.
The way this flashiness and the way he treats people. And if you watch the show Receiver, when they cover him, you'll like him even more there. But this cereal is just trash.
Old McCarthy can't get him the ball.
Can't do it.
No, 9. Have you seen that?
I tell you right now, if you couldn't get me the ball and you did my move across the goal line,
yeah.
You know what? You're getting some icy hot in your jockstrap, old JJ. JJ, we're gonna have a talk. You ain't gonna do the gritty if you can't throw me the ball.
Now I would say that the Santa's milk. Would probably make this cereal better.
The Santa's milk is a perfect product. Where's that from? Target?
Target, yep.
It's perfect. It tastes so good, and it's just, like Tom said, how do you go wrong with sugar milk? It's a tried and true flavor that kids have loved for decades, right?
And you probably make some sort of eggnog with this.
Sure.
I don't know how.
I mean, like I said, it's almost eggnog for people who don't like eggnog.
Is it real milk?
Because it's thick, but not. Yeah, it's like 1% milk.
Because I'm wondering if you could substitute it when you're baking and stuff, and give your cookies or whatever just a little kick in the pants.
Maybe.
I'm in this cooking thing now with my kid.
Baking is tough because baking is science.
Yeah,
like cooking,
true.
you can wing it, but baking, you got to be dead on.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, it may not have enough fat content in it to be good for baking. You know what I mean?
And what is, like, in Halloween, you have the pumpkin and fall and whatever, and then Christmas.
Well, Thanksgiving is turkey. Traditionally, Christmas is ham.
And no, I'm not saying, like, the actual, like, dinner. I'm saying the flavoring, the
peppermint. So
peppermint,
eggnog, those kind of flavors.
Peppermint is Christmas, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, at least the most popular flavor, right? All right. What's next, John?
Let's see. I brought in some bacon. You remember a few months ago I brought in Publix has like cowboy bacon and those.
I bought that. Are
you guys still
bacon.
Eating those?
We bought that bacon because a kid loved it, and then they got rid of it.
They don't do it anymore?
Not the.
I know they do some of them. They stopped the cowboy bacon.
Sometimes they do it. We couldn't find the spicy cowboy bacon. Okay. Now she's kind of on this wild fork.
By the way, John came in here, plugged in the air fryer, and was air frying this bacon before the show.
No, not the bacon. The bacon. We'll get to some potato wedges in a minute. I didn't want you to have cold potato wedges.
I just threw the bacon in my
This
mouth.
is Smithfield's Mike's Hot Honey Bacon. I think it's good bacon because, like pizza, even bad pizza is good pizza. This is okay.
Yeah,
but if I didn't tell you it was hot honey, would you know?
You wouldn't know. It's not enough.
Good bacon.
The hot honey aspect of bacon needs to be done in the finishing process. In my
I think
eyes.
you could just put hot honey on bacon.
So if you wanted that,
I'm getting it a little more now.
You
could. There's a slow build on the heat, but it doesn't taste particularly sweet to me.
You know, it's kind of like when you go to and shout out to, they're not a client, but I wish they were. First Watch has like $1 million bacon.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they really just cook bacon, and then they take it out, and they put the 4 pieces down, and then they drizzle it with like maple syrup. They put a little, maybe
they kind of glazed bacon in there.
Yeah,
right?
they maybe put some hot pepper on it, put a little paprika, a little extra salt, a little black pepper, zhuzh it up with some spices, bake it a couple more minutes and bring it out so it caramelizes. Oh, my God.
Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with bacon. You feed me any type of bacon, I'm never probably.
And we even learned this week that Tom and I have, we both are okay with microwave bacon because it's come a long way. Come a long way.
Yeah.
My mom used to have a special microwave bacon dish that she had to buy from like a precursor to QVC. It was like
looked like ribs, right?
It was an angled, the ribs on it, and it was an angled microwave bacon plate, and you'd put it in the microwave, and it would sit on the Lazy Susan and spin, and all the fat from the bacon would drain down into a reservoir, and then she'd pour it into like a Mountain Dew can or something, that's all
my mom
trashy.
would just my mom had that, and then she just moved to the wrapping them in paper towels and nuking them in the paper towels.
And now I've come full circle where I'm anti-microwave bacon. It's fine in a pinch, but if my kid wants bacon, I'll just get up early and fry it by hand like an old man.
For me, the way to make bacon in a pan, it's the opposite of steaks. Like I like, I'm the cook it on one side, flip it over, cook it on the other side, and you're done. With bacon, it's like flipping it every minute or two.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I enjoy that process. There's something about getting perfect bacon that I enjoy.
Do the new generations of moms keep the bacon grease by the oven in a cup? Because
they don't keep
that's
it.
an old school.
A lot are making bacon. I mean, bacon is like some making bacon, but like they microwave bacon. They're all making microwave bacon.
Yeah, but no one.
Or
keeps...
it's even quicker to just microwave sausage.
Yeah. I remember my mom kept the bacon grease by the oven in a cup, and I never knew. I was like, what the hell is that?
Well, sometimes you'd knock it over.
Yeah.
After it was still a little hot, it would roll. Like, Dan Lee, what are you doing? Like I get in trouble.
Here's a weird question for: do you have butter in the house or margarine, or what do you guys use?
We are a butter family. We have different types.
Do you have it in the fridge, or do you have it sitting out?
We'll pull it out if we're eating something that requires it spreadable. We'll pull it out like an hour ahead, to get it soft.
I just have butter sitting out. I mean, it's covered.
Yeah, I want to
just
do
out
that
all the time.
I've got a butter dish, and I love it because it's always soft and spreadable. You have it in the fridge, and then it's too hard.
Yeah.
And you can't spread it. And then Crystal will tell me you can't leave it out for more than a week, and I'm like, yes, you can. Yeah. You can leave it out for months. It's fine. I mean whatever.
Just
cut off
the
the
grain. 4 people in the house. How fast are you going through the butter?
Oh, real fast.
Yeah.
Oh, we do too. We're a butter family.
Yeah.
Macy's making her own eggs every morning, so it's like butter crazy.
And then Mac's a vegetarian. I'm like, some cows died for that butter.
You tell him that?
Yeah. I was just saying, you're not 100% pure, son. I'm like, you're tainted.
Yeah, not like me. No backs here, John. I don't know if you know that, but you're sitting. You're sitting with 2 pure-blooded. What do we call ourselves now? American patriots.
Yeah. American purebloods.
American purebloods. Are you? You're not.
No,
you don't look like an
guys.
American pure.
I got all the vaccines.
Oh, this guy.
My God! Yeah,
it's got candy cane blood.
I'm going to say this to you. Say it to you one time. They brought the mumbo to you, and you ate the jumbo. I don't know what that means. All right, let's keep going. All right, because I just like having John around and messing around. It's like having a buddy over.
You hear about champagne flights, or a flight, and you buy 3 different of the same kind of thing. A jam flight, a syrup flight. KFC is for a limited time doing a gravy flight.
Whoa! Oh, here
3 gravies.
Right
here.
That's your camera right there.
Hand them off to Dan. There you go.
Are we gonna try these?
Sure. One's they're straight up brown gravy.
That's the only way EJ travels.
Here's what the air fryer was for. I brought you some potato wedges too.
Oh my God! He fried up some tater wedges for some.
I just heated them up because they weren't open when I left the house.
So you can go to KFC and order a gravy flight.
Yeah, this is what I brought you guys. Is the personal one. Right now it's on special for $1.99. You get 3 little gravies. You can dip your French fries or your potato wedges or even your chicken sandwich.
I'm gonna dip here.
They're also doing one that's a bigger for meal deals. I think it's $4.50 or something like that. You get your classic brown. I thought for sure there'd be a joke there when I said classic brown.
No. Oh my God, this guy! He just got classic brown all over the table.
Classic brown, white peppercorn, which is kind of like a breakfast morning gravy, and Southwest cheddar, which they can call it gravy, but to me it's queso.
Looks like queso.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I like that. Can we all agree that KFC getting rid of the tater wedges and then bringing them back was right up there with Chili's getting rid of their skillet queso and bringing it back.
Yes, yeah.
Why
It's
get
all
rid
marketing.
of it? You don't need to get rid of these things. People are eating them actively.
Yeah.
Well, both of these, do you think it was a plan, or do you think they just screwed up and realized, people like this?
100% a plan.
Yeah, and it's all corporate marketing.
it.
Like whatever KFC's marketing agency, they sold them on like, hey, in the food industry, you can make X amount of money by taking something off the menu, causing an uproar, and then bringing it back and being a hero. Because we've shown that if you do that, the product sells 25% more over this period.
Sure.
It's like, and then they just do that, and it's so obvious that it's almost corny to even start saying you're going to take it away.
Well,
because
oh my God, I'm getting gravy all
Gravy
over
everywhere.
myself. God damn it!
Is it like the McRib?
because it's like it's the McRib and all this
Taco
stuff.
Bell. I think Taco Bell
Oh,
started
right.
there.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, and then as
Like I'm waiting for the Mexi Melt to come back again.
It will, but Taco Bell, I think Taco Bell did this. Like when they first started getting rid of like double-decker tacos and stuff like that. Or was there one before that?
Oh, I mean, they've been doing this for years, and I wonder
know
what
what?
the first one was.
The one that still chaps my ass, and they never brought it back because they're kind of like the IKEA of fast food stores, is Chick-fil-A and their slaw.
Oh yeah, they went to that kale stuff. Do they still
They don't
sell
have
that?
anything now.
Okay.
Like they don't offer any. Like I like little tiny chopped Southern style slaw. I like that.
Yeah.
And you took it away because you said it was unhealthy, but you're selling fried chicken. What are you talking about?
No, there's no way it was because it was.
That's what they said.
It was probably some sort of, it was like hard to keep, or like there was some business reason.
Well, the line was. Though.
Yes, yeah,
Their
the line was, yeah.
It's unhealthy.
Yeah. But you're
And
right.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
They're selling
French fries and
yes.
chicken.
Yeah. And so I'm sure that marketing wise, because it's all marketing, and it's we just and we have to just take it every time. We're like, this is all BS. Anyway,
I hate it.
Let's. What's next, John?
keep moving.
Okay, so this is the last one. If you're looking for a gift, I found this at Target. Now, literally 2 or 3 years ago, there's a company called Fishwife. They do tinned seafood. They, like sardines, but like fish fillets and high-end stuff. They've won awards. I gave my brother, I think, like $80 worth of tinned fish one year. Probably gave him the gout, but I gave him all this tinned fish, fancy smoked fish. And this year, they're in Target, the same company. You can buy a little box with 2 tins and a tiny bottle of hot sauce for like $20. I've seen it on sale now for as low as $13.
I am not a tin fish man.
I didn't grow up eating tin fish.
Yeah, you know who eats a lot of this, and I don't want to waste your tin fish.
Oh, you don't want to open the
it.
spicy mackerel?
I'll tell you why. I can't. Like, you know who eats this and does a review of this is Tuttle.
No, I know. Well, I want to try something.
Hang on to that. Oh, we'll dive in.
Well, let's do it. I will open it up.
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
And
like-
actually, depending on the Target, they actually have them also in the individual packages like this. They look like a sardine can, but like this one is, let's see, slow smoked mackerel with chili flakes.
But be careful with that. Don't get it everywhere.
So you
Okay.
get,
When
you get
open it.
there is probably oil or some kind
Yeah,
of
there's a lot of oil. Don't spill the oil.
Slow smoked
Hey,
mackerel.
you're angling it. Be careful
with
with
chili flakes.
that. Be careful with that.
I'd
You
say
need me to
put
open
it
that?
down on the go. Oh, you did okay so far.
man.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're staring right into the eyeballs.
It is.
Don't spill that oil.
oily.
I probably set it down on the counter.
Oh, this oil will never come out of the carpet.
Yeah.
Once I
That's why
spill
keep
it.
holding it over the carpet. That's a good thing to say while you're continuing to hold
right.
it over the carpet.
Oh,
No, you have a fork. You have a fork.
Oh, okay.
That way you don't have to dip your fingers in the oil. It's like
right.
talking to my daughter. I swear to God. It's like all the stuff is in front of you. Use your logic.
When I was a kid, my dad, it was always smoked kippers and learned to eat those
Oh, that
because
is
he liked them.
horrid. That's horrid. That is horrid.
All right, I got,
But see, like, I love this, but I can't eat Vienna sausage.
Oh, he
Gotta
dropped it.
burn
Of
the
course
whole
he did.
room now.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he got oil
it's all in
everywhere.
the wheels.
Smell it over here.
It's all in the wheels. All right.
Don't touch the microphone with your oil hand. God damn.
That's the review. He's like,
Use that. Use
Oh,
that.
yeah. Very fishy.
Yeah, very fishy.
Yeah.
Very, very fishy.
God,
Chat room
everything's
wants to
smoking.
know if you ate the oiled fish off the floor. Of course he did. I'll eat anything off our floor. I will.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me. Like it's not a thing.
Well, now I won't after the fish. That's the worst
it
thing I
ends
dropped.
today.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, that fish, I don't know. if I would.
What do you eat that? What do you just having a beer?
Saltines and a beer.
Yeah, you just have a beer, and it's like a cocktail snack.
You get like tuna fish. If you're having putting some crackers or whatever.
It's a lot of work to go to though with the oil and the can and the box and everything. I mean, why not just go get a McDouble? You know,
the tuna fish.
It's snackables for old men.
Yeah, that is true. Like I'm trying to think of, and I wonder if this is gonna. I mean, maybe you're going before I do, but I think it is an old man thing. Like my dad loved some canned meat. He loved potted ham or deviled ham, and he loved Vienna sausages.
Yeah.
Am I going to go there someday? Like when I turn like 51 or 52, am I just going to wake up one day and be like, oh man, I want a can of meat?
Well, did you eat canned meat when you were a kid?
I eat Vienna sausages with him all the time. And I eat deviled ham.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, deviled ham, yeah.
Deviled ham you make you make toast, and then you mayonnaise the toast, and then you put the deviled ham on top of the mayonnaise, and you put it oh my God, it's so good. That was a good-ass sandwich.
One I've never worked up the nerve for is the brains and milk gravy. Have you seen that one?
Brains and milk gravy?
It's pork brains and milk gravy. It's the same kind of little can as Vienna sausages. And the weirdest thing about it is on the side, don't hold me to this number, but it says the calories and the salt and the sugar. So it has like 3 times the cholesterol for your day in this
Those
little
brains
can.
are so fatty.
Yeah.
But
isn't that something about like what's moving around all of our thoughts up there? We got to have a lot of fat up there.
You need the fat.
I've eaten brain sandwiches.
Yeah,
and it's hard. You can't get in the U.S. You can't get beef brain sandwiches anymore because of mad cow disease.
Yeah, we know EJ's not eating any brain sandwiches, but he's eating sandwiches. He's getting his nourishment.
It's always weird when you eat an animal's brain and go mad.
What made him do it? I used to think as a kid, if you ate an animal's brain, you got all of its thoughts. Right?
Fortunately, they don't have a lot of
it sort of makes sense.
Well, John, thank you very much for presenting this holiday. What's in your mouth?
Ho, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, man.
Some canned meat and some gravy flakes.
Yeah, put out some milk for Santa and some canned fish.
Yeah, and don't forget to try that Justin Jefferson cereal that will change your... you'll go to any other cereal's better.
All right, we will be right back. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube, and you can check us out and join the chat room as well. Just go to YouTube and search for @TomandDanLive, and you can check out all of our videos on there. And soon to be, I think we're going to put a new one on there very, very soon. Is Howard Stern wearing a wig? Only Tom and Dan know. Only Tom and Dan know.
We say 100%.
Yeah. Maybe we're holding on to proof. Maybe we are. Maybe we're holding on to proof. Will the world know? Stay tuned.
And we'll talk about that real soon.
All right, you want to do it?
Daniel was on Howard Stern this morning.
Well, I wasn't on Howard Stern. Yeah, I was.
Your voice.
I was called a lot of bad names on Howard Stern this morning.
Yeah, but that was when I was like, whoa! Not too many things move the needle anymore.
Yeah.
And when you're like, I think someone played audio of me saying Howard Stern has a wig on Howard Stern this morning.
Yes.
My first thought, no way. I gave off that energy. I apologize.
You always say that. You always say that.
That's a horrible person to be around, by the way.
Yeah. The guy that doesn't believe anything you say.
If I had a Tom fan in my life, I
said something yesterday. We do have a guest, and we're going to get to him very, very soon. I said something yesterday that friends of mine that I haven't seen in high school in decades had to email you and say he's not a liar.
I didn't say you're a liar. I just said how they catch him.
It's your phrasing, though. Your phrasing always makes it sound like you doubt everybody to the extreme.
Because someone says something, and then I'm like, well, how'd they catch him doing that in a public bathroom?
I don't know that.
I was thinking loud, screaming. He's like, I'm doing this.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. We're doing Weird Job. Oh, it's not going to play.
Before we get into that.
My God damn it.
We have a promo code with Jeff's Bagel Run, and if you use promo code Tom and Dan, when you buy any merch on jeffsbagelrun.com, you'll get 10% off. I believe that also includes Jeff's Bagel Run coupons or like gift cards.
Coupons?
Like gift cards.
Or coupons. You say coupon like my daughter. My daughter says that. My daughter can't. She also can't say Coors Light. She goes, Father, would you like another Coors Light? That's how she says it.
It sounds fancier. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Howard Stern's wearing a wig. Dan really likes it. Tom says that's bullshit. It's another Weird Job Wednesday.
Howard's wig.
What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. He wears a wig. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Wig? Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
My new theory is he was so mad because you're right. And he didn't deny it.
He never denied it. He never denied it.
Yeah, but he's yelled MF at you.
Oh, he called me a scumbag, which may have been code. Some people think that he called me a scumbag because he knows of the show and was like, you know of the wig? Come with me. Come with me. Okay.
All right. So on the couch with us, this gentleman came up and talked to us at our beer fest.
Yes.
And told us about his company, and we were like, we should do a Weird Job with you.
And much like most of the Weird Job, I would say participants.
Participants
that come in here. Within 3 seconds of him sitting down, you had already insulted him by calling his product something it's not. And you do that all the time. And I'm kind of here for it. I kind of love it.
Well, okay, I don't know how else to describe. Okay,
because for weeks, because this has been on the schedule for a hot since the beer fest, I have been convinced that we're talking to a hot sauce man. Well, I almost wrote a hot sauce song, but I didn't. But
You're not wrong.
But I held back because I've got the breadfruit. We had a breadfruit man on. I wrote a grapefruit song. Oh. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
Well, you misheard me say breadfruit. Anyways, Seth's on the couch with us. How you doing, Seth?
How you doing, guys?
Let me give you a blast.
All right, so I have you in my phone as Mustache Hot Sauce Man. That's how I always
that's
know
not
you.
Which, if I were your wife, that's who you're cheating on me with, right?
I think that's just an undersimplification of what may be what you're looking at there.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not wrong. I make fruit and vegetable concentrates. That's what it boils down to.
Told you were wrong.
So that incorporates peppers as well. So there are, and also I play with some of the hottest peppers in the world: scorpions, ghosts, reapers, dragon
some of the hottest peppers in the
world. when it comes to that, I figured out that just by salt baying these into recipes, you're not blasting it with too much capsaicin, you're not blasting your mouth with too much fire. You're able to actually enjoy it, get the experience from these peppers.
Sure.
And as far as the ingredients, it's a nominal amount in the overall whole recipe. So
we do this with our guests now, and it's a new thing. Before we answer any other questions or dig deeper into your story, do you think Howard Stern's wearing a wig?
That hair is too full and too beautiful and dark for that not to be at this point.
Okay.
Yes, that's a fair cut.
I have seen recent things with him in it, and there's
because your hair becomes very thin and stringy.
That's all we need to do. Now back to the hot sauce. That's all we needed to do.
Big Elvira with Halloween wig.
Who do you think you are, the queen of Halloween?
So Seth, you calling your hot sauce a pepper concentrate is like calling ketchup sweet tomato paste, right?
Sort of, yeah.
All right.
You mean like a industrial waste engineer.
We make stuff that is zero heat, has absolutely zero heat at all. It's all flavor. It's just the idea is taking something with just literally drop to drop. Like a drop on an egg, a couple dribbles into a bowl of soup, into a taco, on a steak. You're going to bring out so much flavor, and if you want to, depending on what you're looking for, the appropriate level of heat.
Okay, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Like, to me, I see this as, and he hit a great example, I think, with egg. My daughter is absolutely obsessed with eggs. Like, this is all. So a pepper concentrate, which she also likes peppers, like being able to make her own eggs and then like a couple drips on it it's a simple thing because she's got to keep it simple. We're going to school. We can't be sauteing everything, but you can get the experience and the flavors that you want
with just a drop.
Yeah. Is that kind of where you're...
That's usually the first thing that I recommend to people.
Or like in a chili. Like, I want my chili to be more pepper forward.
So like my number one bestseller for 3 years in a row is onion garlic leek. And that incorporates ghost pepper, scorpion, and habanero.
I love leeks.
I don't even tell people what peppers are in until after they tried it, or else they would not have tried it. Because people are afraid of those words.
The taste,
scorpion,
the flavor
ghost.
that leeks give you in a dish are insanely good.
But that one is marketed as like ramen's best friend. Like it's perfect to like dribble onto anything you're smoking, grilling, cooking. And so I have stuff for everybody, from zero heat up to formidably hot, sweet, savory. It's just a new approach to a product, and it's very unique. It took when I was working with the FDA about 2 years ago to figure out nitty gritties of things. It took them 2 weeks to get back to me on how they would even classify this product, because it's not technically a hot sauce. It's not an extract. It's not a tincture. It's this boils down to being a flavored vinegar, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of the brining process, the straining process, the pH level, the multiple different factors, make this not a hot sauce to the FDA or any other entity.
That's
which
wild.
is why it's been one of my main things, is to try to tell people, no, this is not what you think it is, but it's. If you like hot sauce, this will be your new favorite product.
Do you know where I see a lot
I'll
of
change your name in my phone as mustache flavored vinegar.
There you go. That's going to be
that would be more accurate.
That's a wild name. You know where I see a lot of this is almost in the camping world. Like in my algorithm, you'll see guys that they're out, right, and they're camping and everything, but when they're cooking their dinner or whatever, they don't want it to suck. So they're carrying a little tincture of all, for lack of a better
flavor,
term. And it's just all flavor, and then the guy will take it out, and he's probably making his own. But now knowing somebody like you that makes it, you get it and you put it on your steak or your chicken or whatever you were carrying, or maybe something you caught, and then that way you're not eating something that's boring. It is a little bougie, I guess, for camping instead of salt pepper, but it's kind of cool. I like it.
So Seth, what caused you to even come up with this or start this? And then we'll get into where people could buy it and all that, but let's bring it back to the start.
I don't get to talk about that too often. I dealt with a lot of really bad health stuff 4 years ago.
Okay.
I lived in the hospital, in and out for infections. I had multiple procedures and surgeries, and it ended with me having about half of my large intestines taken out.
Holy smokes.
I don't recommend it. It's not not fun. But
it changes your life, I would imagine.
It's multiple different points of that, yes. It's just as a father with 2 kids and everything, it's just having a surgery bad enough to where surgeons are telling me say, be good with your family and everything. That's scary. I was young. I was 32 years old when that happened. So it's it put things in perspective. But one of my surgeons, as well as a couple other people, told me look into the health benefits of capsaicin, peppers. And that she attributed to one of the biggest fallacies in the Western medicine is the abdication of spice from people's diets. People are afraid of it here. The boiled chicken household is rampant. And so just by literally incorporating a tiny bit of pepper into your diet every day, you can almost eradicate things like IBS, Crohn's, diverticulitis, a myriad of other things that other cultures that do that, they just don't have problems like we do here in the States.
Okay, let's talk about that, because there is, I guess,
I had a Mountain Dew and a habanero burrito this morning. No, I'm kidding.
There is the urban legend enough so where my wife throughout the years, I've always liked hot sauce, and I've always eaten everything with hot sauce and spicier, where she's told me, you keep doing that, you're going to get ulcers, you're going to burn a hole in your stomach.
So your food will just fall straight through your stomach, right out your beehole.
The quick answer to that is our bodies can only handle so much of everything. That's a fact. You put too much of anything in you, and your body will react. You could die from drinking too much water. But capsaicin, the active component in peppers, our body can only process and break down so much of that. So think about that. If you put too much of that into your body, it will inflame and have that effect all throughout your intestines and on its way out. But if you're able to find the right amount of capsaicin, which I've meticulously done. I've made this for me. I didn't make this for anybody else. I had no intention of starting a company. I just created a very unique product, and here we are shipping nationwide. I have employees. I run shows. I have multiple other companies I've started because of this. But the idea was the health aspect of this. The whole idea was giving somebody the ability to incorporate a level of heat that they can handle, not too much, and every day be able to do this and use it and benefit from the health benefits from capsaicin without having to douse your body with it. It's I hear regularly from people that with my product, they haven't had to use Pepsid AC and Imodium, and they're not popping Tums left and right, and they're getting the heat level they want, the flavors they want, and they have a new product.
Seth, all I heard is my wife was right, and I'm very mad because I doused
I'll sign something for you.
Insides with the heat, and I tell her, I'm like, it's all natural, it's fine.
I cannot wait for you to try what I'm giving you here. So
I'm like, how can it be bad for you?
You'll see.
And I'm like, there's a billion Indians that do it all the time, and they're fine. Anyway, so you made this like formula for yourself because for gut health, and then
I don't like things that are too hot, but I wanted something that hit a level that I was not just like a super mild one, but one that I knew would give me a thermogenic boost. It's also anti-carcinogenic, anti-inflammatory. It inhibits peripheral neuropathy. There's a bunch of other health benefits of capsaicin. It's one of the best pre and post workouts you can do. Like most people in the mornings, they'll say like, "Oh, it's too early for hot sauce."
You got to put it in.
Actually, great for
you. Got to put it in.
Yes.
What do you do?
I've been using creatine.
It's
a hot sauce?
Straight up, it's. I can leave you with a product or something. It's like just a dribble or two in the morning before a workout.
Habanero
You're going to raise your core body temperature. You start thermogenesis with your body. You burn more calories. It sets yourself up for receiving more of the workout.
I want thermogenesis.
Yeah.
You know what?
Doesn't that sound cool?
That's your problem.
Yeah.
You haven't been receiving the workout right. How much workout have you been
post-workout,
receiving?
too.
What do you do post-workout? I know what you do. Normally, you come in here and you sit on that couch mad after looking at our bank account, and then you hammer out a text to me mad about something that happened. And then I read the text, and I'm mad.
So, Seth, once you started doing this for yourself and making this for yourself, what was the light bulb that went off? You're like, hey, I should sell this.
I made like my first batches of things. I had, more than enough for myself. And so I gave some bottles to my friends, be like, try this. This is interesting. Tell me what you do with it. Put it on your food. Like experiment with it. And like my coworkers at, the Rainforest Cafe at the time. And, and so I just played around with things. I played around with my own formulations. I figured out like how and where I could sell this, and was like, wow, I actually could put together something here, and started just doing little pop-up markets like once a month or so. Just
where'd you work in Rainforest?
Oh, I was a server.
All over the place? Yeah.
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah. Oh, I love I used to love to sit by the fish tank and the animatronic monkey.
It's in the top 10 largest restaurants, like particularly the Disney Springs ones, top 10 largest restaurants in the country. It's a madhouse.
It looks miserable.
I was just going to thank you for, if you work there, thank you for your service, because it looks really hard.
It was crazy.
None of the families around us, because we're locals, and I've only been in there a handful of times, but every time I'm in there, the tourists that are in there you cannot please them. They are
tourists.
Most of them are terrified.
They're wild. They're wild animals.
Tourists are the worst customers. My God.
Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to get sidetracked.
You work in the service industry with only tourists.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Oh my God, you're the most hardened.
That's a hard job.
But that's where this company started, was Rainforest Cafe, and just like basically throwing things around with my coworkers. Them being like, I need to buy a bottle.
But this is weird. Okay, and I mean that with love. This is a weird sort of a thing to do. What is your family think of this? What does wifey think?
Very supportive. Like my mom was integral in the beginning with helping me get started with
so they believe in
events. Did all my label work and helped me like do all that formalizing
product,
and it's grown exponentially.
Well, and he made us a custom one with the top bands.
They made him a nice, cool custom label there.
So it basically has got a very liquidy consistency with an eyedropper. So
you got 2,000 plus drops in a 4-ounce bottle. It goes a long way. And one of the best things I recommend with these products is they are concentrates. So you could take this, they're reduced down. So you could add like a tablespoon or less to like 6 ounces of butter, olive oil, avocado oil, use it as a marinade, salad dressing, brush it on meats and stuff. Yeah, it's a fuel efficient.
So really,
product.
there's nothing off limits. Really, it's up to your.
I forgot to mention too. It's like we have a farm. Well, there's enough animals on it to justify calling it a farm, but it's a large garden out in Cocoa now. It's like I have a business partner, Tyler, and we have a sub company that we've started because of the success of Walton Sauce, which is Redline Pepper Co. And so like we grow our own peppers, we grow our own ingredients, we like make this as in-house and as top notch as possible. If I can't grow it, I locally source it. So everything that's in my bottles is from Florida. Like the cane sugar, the water, everything. Like, and so like we keep this as Florida as a product as possible.
I love it.
I'm not going to tell you how to do business, but just outsource it from China and then just,
way cheaper.
And then just lie.
And if
That's what I would do.
Worry about the tariffs later.
Yeah, because no one could be like, oh, these are Florida peppers and with China peppers all day long. I'm just saying.
You can't say China peppers. I'm sorry, that's a slur, sir.
That's what I would do.
Preloaded with MSG, so they're already addicted.
If the quality's anything like the fentanyl on the drywall, magnifique.
I was in this year, so I have a couple of interesting customers of mine that I've been able to build up, but one of them, Les Stroud, the Survivor Man from Discovery Channel.
I love Les. We've had him on the show.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I cannot wait to tell him that.
He's a great guy.
He's a business partner of mine now.
Oh, really?
No way.
We
he's very kind to us. He came on the show and he was like answering all our questions.
That's so cool. I cannot wait to tell him that. I didn't know that.
He'll never remember, though.
No.
But he does a lot of interviews.
So
not because of him, but we're just easily forget.
He's been a fan of my product for a while. I sent him out. Like, he was an idol of mine for years, and just kind of one of those like just shot in the dark a couple of years back. I'm like, let me hit him up or send him a message on Facebook, see if he says anything. And he sent me his personal address, and so I sent him out a care package. He loved it.
He loves cheap. He loves free stuff.
Well, he hit me back up in March.
He's like,
and
free stuff.
He's like, I want to work with you professionally. He's like, I have a Bigfoot documentary coming out. He's like, I want you to make something specifically for this for us to plug.
Oh, wow.
He's like, we could do an entire Survivor Man line, put this like on my website. I could plug this like and make promos for you and stuff. So we have some big stuff in the works with that. And spring is when the first release product is supposed to be coming out for those.
That's
I have two already.
Man.
Dude, I'm like peeing my pants excited about this.
I'm not kidding. When I don't know why it's on my algorithm because I don't really camp that much because I don't have a lot of time. But the idea of camping is very pleasing to me and it's settling to me. And
sounds like you need to go camping.
Well, I do. But these ASMR videos of these camp guys, they always have little bottles of concentrated like flavors for their foods. It's like a total.
Now you have your own, and you have no excuse.
I'm cook crazy right now with my daughter. This is easy for her to use. So Seth, instead of getting out all 50 bottles of dried spice.
Daniel's heard of these flavor concentrates. I've never heard of them before, and
I've heard of guys making them. They show. They're like, I whipped up a little thing here. It's got some peppers in it. It's got some onion.
Are there other people doing this in this?
So
industry?
I did not invent the product, but I am definitely pioneering it.
Okay, so there's not that much out there.
Yeah, there's a couple. Like I've talked to, like this was like a year or two back as well. Who knows in the last year or two if it's blown up. But there was like one guy out in Washington, this old guy, kind of doing a similar thing. It really is few and far between.
But it's an old world process, and I'll tell you why. Our buddy,
he's like a countryman kind of guy.
Yeah, it's a countryman thing.
Ron Rake, that makes sense.
Our buddy Ron Rake, who makes beer for Playa Linda.
Yeah.
He for decades would, like, if he wanted to make a vanilla beer or something, he wanted to be very choosy and picky about what he put in there, right? And he certainly doesn't want it to taste artificial. So he would make his own, like, a concentrated vanilla flavoring that would go well with whatever he was brewing. He had to make sure it would, but he would make his own. He'd just make his own.
Yeah, there's sweet ones, like put into cocktails, drinks, on ice cream, into desserts, like
bartenders
cookies, muffins, cheesecakes.
That's true. Bartenders have been doing this.
Love these products
for a very long time of like making the. Yeah, this is because I've never thought about this.
Making their own like simple syrups and things like that.
This is a great idea, man.
So,
this is cool.
Seth, where can people find this? And then I want to go through the process of how you make it.
Yeah. So, okay, well, find me on, I do have my website, which it doesn't have all of my product on it. So it does need to be updated.
So you're just like Tom and Dan.
I know. It's we're really behind on that, but yeah, it's like, and my name is Walton Sauce, but with an H. So it's WAHLTONSAUS.com. So you can go through there, and I did make a promo code just for you guys, Tom and Dan. It's 20% off everything on my site.
All right.
So Tom and Dan, just all one word. Very that's nice 20% off. But find me on Whatnot. If any of your listeners don't know what that is, it kind of tracks, but get this. It's the world's largest live online selling platform that the U.S. is the last country on board.
Yeah.
We've heard
I've been hawking Labubu's on it all morning. I'm exhausted.
The world's been on this for like 10 years. And so
Eric told us about this, and he's like,
giving away a sit-down Labubu right now. A sit-down Labubu. Get online. Start hammering that button. Hammer it. You pig.
You create an atmosphere. Like
That's what I feel like when I'm watching it. They're like, hammer the button, you pig.
Studio in my office. I have a a projector playing, soundboards, music going. We make it a fun show. We do that Monday through Friday. But on my Whatnot channel is all of my product. So that awesome. Has like, if
so
people
that's
get
where
hold
you
of
sell
that,
most of your stuff through Whatnot.
Oh yeah, right now my most active and filled stuff is my Whatnot.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that this weekend. I'm leaving the show.
My Whatnot.
Well, take me with you.
My Whatnot is under the parent company that we created, which is another one of my companies, is Redline Pepper Co. So on Whatnot, it's Redline Pepper Co.
Okay, got you.
And my website is waltonsauce.com. But
beautiful.
But websites are for old people. It's all about Whatnot.
It's all about live selling now. That's why I've been
and you know how you know when somebody's old? They're like, it's all about Whatnot. And they're like, Whatnot?
So I go to whatnot.com, right?
Whatnot.com.
And
it's an app or a website.
And I signed up for the webinar.
And there is a free $15 coupon, like a gift card that Whatnot is giving anybody to new people who come on. I don't know how easily accessible that is to other people, but if they can't find it, if they it's
I got mine.
If you can find me on social media, I can send it to you. Like my name, just find Seth Walton. I'm the only Seth Walton in the world.
What's your telephone number?
Yeah, it's easy to.
That's why
all someone has to do is type my last name in, and they find like everything about
type
me.
It where?
It's pretty crazy. Yeah,
I'm joking.
Very transparent.
So you sell a lot of the stuff through Whatnot, your website.
Yep.
You go to farmers markets. You said
we sell a lot of pop-ups, farmers markets, local events, like a lot of little things like that.
You partnered up with Les Stroud.
Yep.
So you're building this business. So what's the next step? Is it to get it into, because we're buddies with Jesse. He started Oding Hummus, Jesse Wolf.
Yeah, we know. I'm sick of hearing you say it.
And
how many times you got to throw that guy's name around, like thinking like you're a big businessman?
And he's told me too, like back when he was going through the ranks and building his hummus business, like getting into Publix and Walmarts and stuff was the game. But he's like now,
Food Lion.
He's
like, not my game.
No, I know. He's like now it's a direct to consumer right through the website because the problem is getting it with these big retailers.
It's too hard.
First of all, it's nearly impossible. Second of all, a lot of times you have to pay them. Third, if they ever drop you. You start making enough product.
9 out of 10 hot sauce, and I air quote that heavily.
Flavored vinegar.
But 9 out of 10 businesses that are similar to what I'm doing, they jump immediately to what's called co-packing. And co-packing is when you have somebody else making your product for you. To be able to get into retailers like Publix and stores like that, most of them mandate you have to have co-packing.
Yeah.
Not possibly for their own regulations of some sort, but also just for sheer production number. Because to get into a Publix, they're going to say, like, we need 50 bottles per store, per state, like that.
50,000 a month or something.
Unbelievable. And you give away about 90 to 95% of your profit margin immediately by doing that. And so, yes, you get your name out, but you're not making any money, and most of those people end up going bankrupt or end up with a garage or a warehouse filled with product.
Because then you start that production going, and then you're like, oh, you're pumping out 50,000 bottles, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, we change, or we put you on the bottom shelf, and then it's like, now we're selling half, and you're like, I'm still making this.
So I do everything from the complete reciprocal end. I trip over myself on a weekly basis keeping up with my production, but I have zero debt. I am working everything like orders to order, making predictions about things, and also keeping things very small batch, scratch, and special. These are all very top tier ingredients. Like, if I can't grow this from my own hands, I get the most expensive, nicest things as possible. As you see with my bottles and labels, it's like we go top notch on everything. And so, I provide people a product that I can stand behind and back and know that this is not just unique, but quality.
So how do you make this?
This is long brining, long fermenting. That's the idea. And so taking fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, and I have a variety of recipes of brines, whether it be sweet or savory, and letting them sit and permeate in this for extended periods of time, then mixing the right proportions of these together and then reducing that down.
As much as it makes me happy to visualize this, I know it's not the case.
It's like a mad scientist lab.
But I visualize your home just with different sized jars everywhere, like a Howard Hughes scenario with little labels simmering on them, and they're barely labeled. And but it's not like that, right? It's certainly more organized than that, and it's off-site.
This is done on in kitchens. Yeah. This is it's like more set up and just tubs in storage racks.
Sure.
And in refrigerators and freezers.
That's a lot of. No, so how many do you have running at one time?
Yeah. How much can you produce?
We usually produce on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which today is going to be a little pushed back. We rescheduled.
I produce every morning at 6:37,
twice
and then every
a day.
afternoon at 3:07.
And usually we crank out about 200 to 400 bottles per session.
All right,
that's a lot.
It's just not as many as I need.
Okay. All right. Fair.
It's like we need hands.
But you also
I need
want
people
it to be
helping
fresh.
selling.
You also want it to be. You use the word special.
Well, the other thing is I don't sit on product.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. So it's like when I make something, within a week or two, everything is gone.
First, okay, a little business advice. You need some illegals. They work
They're
cheap.
gone.
That is hard to find now.
Where do you find them?
This is very difficult right now.
I'll tell you where
you used to be able to get that much more readily.
You got to drive south. Anyway, sorry.
And then immediately bleach their hair like Eminem.
And so now, do you plan to scale this company up?
I'm going to have to with less.
Okay.
That's inevitable. We've already been talking about that. That's been written into the plan since the get-go. And so just from what he is predicting as his own traffic that he may generate, he's saying that I might have to get into a considerably larger scale production, if not exclusively just for his stuff, possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I'm already doing it with his stuff, then might as well be able to just do it with everything. But
you know what's interesting about Les Stroud is he's probably got a tremendous community of outdoors,
of those hunting and camping people.
Yeah, outdoors people.
He's already on board with that.
And then those outdoors hunting and camping and fishing guys, if Les Stroud comes out with their own flavor concentrate, here, bring this camping.
Yes,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now.
He's a smart guy.
Well, look, for me, if I went to the store and we're walking around,
Survivor Man branded,
and I saw Survivor Man, food potion, or whatever, I'd give it some weird name too.
I brought both bottles of the test batches that I have right now for this to hook you guys up with. So you're going to get to try what it's at now. But this is still in production. So
awesome.
That's exciting, man.
Dude, I cannot.
What have you tried to make that failed? Give me an idea of something that you haven't nailed down yet, where you're like, man, I want to make this fermented flavor here, but it's just hard. Or is there anything that you can't? Or can it all be done? And it's as long as you know what you're doing.
I've had over the last 4 years, we have made over 250 different combinations of flavors and own whole concentrates or sauces. I can count on one hand the number of things that have just pissed me off. Where it did not come out the way that I hoped it to, or I did not think that the idea worked as well as it sounded in my head.
Or maybe this is a better way to phrase it. What are the more difficult? Are there difficult flavors to harness? Are there some flavors that, man, I need 3,000 pounds of this to get the flavor? It just doesn't hold, or is there anything like that? Or it's not that you know of?
Well, I try to stay away from something that I think might even fall into that category.
Sure. Yeah.
So, I don't run into that as often as I.
You're gonna scorch yourself, buddy. What are you doing?
This is what I do. That's also different than a lot of other people.
Can he just drink that?
Oh, straight up. Put that right under. That's easy. That's mild. That's all flavor. Herbaceous, delicious. So I make custom stuff for people.
Give me that.
I couldn't aim the dropper.
You shot it right on the zipper of your pants, and it's bright yellow. It looks like you've been. What'd you do? You took your pre-vitamin.
Man, that is super good.
I'm not gonna open mine.
It's just cilantro, culantro, very herby.
Yeah.
Like a little kid could handle that. Dribble that on hot dogs, eggs. Put that into rice. It's easy.
If you just dice some tomatoes.
Oh, brother, my daughter's gonna frickin' love.
You said
that.
your daughter likes kick, though,
cooking.
right?
But cooking. And this is the right kind of kick. This is that
I'm hooking you up with some multiple bottles.
That is good, man.
You'll definitely have something to bring
That is delicious.
Yeah.
So how
and how shelf stable is it? And
so
stuff like that?
everything is pasteurized. So it's like they're shelf stable as is, like when you get it.
That's delicious.
What I am advised to tell the consumer is open in the next 6 months. Like from when you get it.
Sure.
And refrigerate after opening. One common, easy thing to remember with food safety, if it has fruits or vegetables in it, once exposed to oxygen, you refrigerate. Don't assume anything is safe. It's like that's just what the FDA wants. Like if it any food safe course will tell you,
and especially if it's fresh and not the Chinese.
That being said, and we didn't use those Chinese peppers.
That Tom Van buys.
It's not loaded with the extra MSG. But these products are made with a considerable amount of natural preservatives, from vinegar to sugar to lemon juice to salts. So they are fairly safe products. Just be smart with your condiments. It genuinely will last years.
So that is legitimately super delicious, man. Like, that is so good.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yeah, like I did not expect it to taste that. Now I can kind of see what you were talking about like you put it on things, like you can use it like a hot sauce, but it's not at all hot.
And trying it at the markets, people immediately go from being scared and trepidatious because they just see like a bottle with nipple and they're just like, oh, this is going to kick my ass. It's like, no, this is very different. And so when they get that through to their head and they're like, it
gets you in
then they
fillings,
start thinking of their own things like, oh, well, I make this at home. This would be perfect on my deviled eggs. I could put this in my pulled pork. I could add this onto my salad.
Oh, and with pulled pork, it'd be delicious.
Oh, there's all kinds of...
Because that vinegar, that
there's no wrong answers.
Oh, yeah.
And people ask me, they're like, do I do this before or after? It's like, there's no wrong answers. Like,
just use it.
It's,
Gotcha.
And so, can you get the capsaicin without the heat? Is that possible, or it always comes with the heat?
That is how your body is receiving it. But this is what my doctors told me and taught me, that when you activate so there's capsaicin receptors in 2 parts of our body, and that's it, in your mouth and on the other end. And evolutionarily, that's apparently going to be pushed out of our systems like in a couple 100,000 years,
and maybe I'm crazy, but when I get that, I like to sit there and I'm like, until it goes away.
Why would God do that to us?
That is a problem that you have when you douse hot sauce all over your food, too.
I call that your sitting lid.
It's not a problem that people who use my products have nearly as often or at all compared to when they use normal stuff.
Why does my butt need to feel that?
It's a fuel-efficient product. And it's hard to explain that to somebody without them assuming that it's going to kick their butt, you know? Then when they try that one drop or two, they're like, oh my God, yeah, I get it now.
Gotcha.
Okay, that makes sense. So now your plan is to obviously make more of this, grow bigger, and is it ever in your vision going to be available in stores, or why would you do it? It's like direct to consumer.
It might be
on the line all the
certain
time.
stores, kind of a thing. Maybe
locally or something.
There are.
Villa.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it in there.
Because
get it.
As a business owner, it's always my fantasy is always you walk in a store and then you see your product.
A stand-up of Tom. Draw a new Tom.
I've already
flavor blast.
I have already had communication with multiple stores that I would be in, but it wouldn't be Publix.
Pyramid, flavor blast, and then a cardboard cutout,
and it wouldn't be Publix. I heard. I'm anti-Publix right now.
If I am in stores, which I've already communicated with multiple stores, but they'd be more so stores like Freshfield Farms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like that's more of which I already work with them. Like they're fantastic.
I like a produce place with Bible verses on the walls. It's the only produce I buy.
I can get
that's how you know you can trust it.
That's how you know it's been blessed. Seriously, like I'm not much of a believer, but I'm not gonna roll the dice. You know what I mean? Like let's go for it.
I can get you in fancy
My produce
fruits.
guy there, you know what his name is?
What's that?
Angel.
Oh my God! Yeah, now I believe.
Right?
That's how easy I can turn.
I mean.
That's how easy I can turn.
So tell me about the what's it or what's up?
Whatnot.
Yeah, Grandpa.
See,
don't tell anybody. Your mother said you got in trouble with the old playing on the old cat snap. Tell me about the cat.
Everybody
snap.
needs to get on this.
You're showing your pecker on the cat snap.
So Whatnot is the Wild West. It's so literally everything from like playing cards, antiques, clothing to food, baked goods. I'm one of only like 3 people on the entire platform that have like again, I use air quotes, hot sauce.
Okay, because I was going to say, you're not the guy, like the food space guy. I wouldn't even. I go on there sometimes, and I look at certain things, but I only ever see like Labubus, cards, shoes, purses.
You got your algorithms. Yeah, it's going back to that. You got camping on that, and you got that weird algorithm with that. But
you just go in there and you're like, buy my stuff, and then people are just
I talk about my products. I have built up like 5,000-6,000 customers on there, so they pop in regularly to just re-up on stuff. But what I do on there, what is most interesting, is I provide people the opportunity to win their own very own from scratch idea, and it's what I call the golden tickets. So I hide golden tickets in my grab bags, wheel spins, and stuff. And if somebody gets one of those,
so complicated.
They tell me from scratch the fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, the heat level, if they want it to be a concentrate or a sauce, they pick the artwork, they choose the name.
We put your link in the chat room.
And then they get like full authority over everything. Then they get full-size bottles sent out to them when I finish production. And then they get first dibs on however many they want at a discount of that. Whatever's left of that one scratch batch, I make accessible then to everyone else to try. The only person who can ask me to make
Cadillac hot sauce. They think he's the hot sauce Cadillac.
So you got a golden ticket. There's a wheel involved, a prize wheel,
a fun prize wheel, and grab bags. I make it fun, carnival style.
I love shows grab bags.
Yeah, Tom grab bags. This guy is the gift bag king of Castleberry.
It's my grab bags and gift bags are fun.
Nobody has put more business cards into a bag and then watched them go into the trash than this guy. Did you know that the life cycle of a normal business card in our world is seconds. Out of the pocket, into the gift bag, into the trash?
Well, that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm still running.
Maybe you have to put some glitter on the card.
Can you help
make it a little bit more shiny?
Can you help my clean-shaven grandpa learn how to be on Whatnot?
Yeah, that's a face for Whatnot.
Yeah, I think you'd be good on Whatnot.
Well, I need a big mustache.
You just have to figure out what you're selling.
Are you going to cheap out on a wheel? Do you have a nice wheel, or do you have a cheap wheel?
Oh, it's a nice.
The fact that you came up to us at the beer fest, you're like, hey, introduced yourself and like, hey, let's do something together. I'm like, yeah, like it does for all the people out there wanting to start their own business.
He's passionate about it. He cares about it. You can tell.
Yeah,
he has a cool support staff too. He brought his wife today, and she's like helping him out and being like, she's not crapping on your dreams like my wife does.
She's been there from.
How do you get your wife not to crap on your dreams?
She's been so supportive. Like,
how do you find? Is it just because
she's kept me in check too? Like I've had some crap ideas and bad directions of things where she'd just immediately be like, that won't work like that, and I'd be like, oh my God, you're right. Like so like save me from what possibly was thousands of dollars of loss or something from just simple things like I don't spell check something or just
hold on. My wife said that hookups wouldn't work, watering holes wouldn't work.
She was correct.
That is good advice.
Yeah, how are we with watering holes?
You don't know nothing.
You'll see.
I'm like, I was doing like a good you'll see. Anyway, so Seth, thanks so much for coming in. We
appreciate the time, man.
Yeah, find me on Whatnot. My website does have that. It does have stuff. There's I have 14 products on my website. I have 50 on my Whatnot.
Wow.
So yeah, it has all of my Redline products. It has all of the Walton Sauce products. Everything's on there, and it's a lot of fun too. It's a much more personal way for me to be able to interact with the customers, put things together, get a package.
How's your Whatnot?
Last minute Christmas presents. These make easy gifts, and my packaging is very fun.
Are we gonna have to start a Whatnot now?
We're gonna do it, and then we're gonna sell all this stuff in the Airbnb.
Just the extra merch or stuff. Yeah,
no, we have a bunch
you can sell it.
Okay, the whole office. People can't see it because we don't have a camera in there. That whole room is, oh my God, it looks like somebody's grandpa died. There's a bunch of furniture in there.
Dude, we're going to sell all your old electronics in there. We're going to go through and
we're selling it all.
We'll sell everything on the walls.
That's what people do. People garage sale it on Whatnot and they bank. It's just make it look presentable. You make it a little bit of an environment and atmosphere for people, and they love it. And
should we get some bikini models?
There's
to do
premier sellers on there that it's this is my full time business models. Is doing all of this, but not on Whatnot. I do that very part time for about an hour or two a day tops. But
bikini models.
It's I put some effort into it, and it's when you see that people care about that.
Tracy will wear a bikini. I know she's loyal,
and that gets attention.
We need her wearing a bikini and then a pig mask. then we'll say like, "Hey, let's bring out Oinks. Oinks, come out here."
As you'll see on Whatnot, it's like they'll just put the hot chick on the front image.
Yeah,
and then when you go into the show, it's her grandpa selling the stuff. It's just like
It's like, hey,
that happens too. So,
by the way, Seth, I want to buy your pressure washer business.
Yeah.
In the market.
We will talk.
That's been my
I'm liquidating all of my equipment. Yes.
What are you going to call it, Van Brothers?
I have a whole shed full of pressure washing.
I'm going to get my
setting them up for the future. Van Brothers pressure washing.
Yeah, they'll do
There's
it.
no excuse now. Now you have your path.
And I mean liquidate. Like, just help us clear out a shed. We'd love that.
Okay.
What do you mean, Tommy? Pressure wash a racial slur into your sidewalk?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not the one you think. It's not the one you think. It's not the one you think. There's plenty of them.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube, and we would ask that you join us there in our chat room. Just search for @TomandDanLive. That's also social media. So Melissa does a bunch of great videos that kind of shows what we do here on the live stream.
Yep.
If you want to be a part of that, you can be in the chat room just like Robert9583, who says, we look great right now. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that.
So the Dr. Phillips is an unbelievable venue here in Central Florida.
Yeah, the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts.
Yes, and me and Crystal have started. She just picks out shows all the time and just randomly goes because there's not a bad show and there's not a bad seat in the house.
No.
And on January 11th, a show is going on at the Pew Theater. Get your tickets now, drphillips.com. It's called Mind in Motion.
I love it.
And the motion part of this, we've known this gentleman for years. Yeah. He performed at multiple Tom and Dan events.
He makes us look good, saves our bacon a little bit, this guy.
Charles P. Choke is here. How you doing, Charles?
Nice to see you guys.
You get a blast. There you go. Got to give him a blast.
And the mind part of this show is mentalist Keith Kong. How you doing, Keith?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Too. Just a little one, though, because we don't know you as well.
Before we
Charles, full blast. Yeah.
Keith was at our land cruise, and he was talking to Daniel about it, and I didn't even know. I remember your face when I started doing some research for today's show.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I remember seeing Keith somewhere, and I was probably at our land cruise.
Yep.
So let's talk about the show real quick because, mentalism. Mentalists are hotter than ever right now.
Hotter than ever.
And, it's like...
And they're on that football train. Anytime you can hitch your wagon to the NFL...
And it's partly because of O's success.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of the new magic, and we'll talk about this, but combining mentalism and what Charles can do juggling is, this is going to be a great show that I'm going to bring my sons to because my sons will love this.
They will.
But how did you guys partner up and decide to do this show?
Oh, well, it's a wild story how we met. I was performing on a cruise ship probably 10 years ago or so. And so I was doing that, and he was in the theater with his family watching the show, and he started performing when he was 14. He used to have to sneak into bars to do his show, and then they had to make him leave out the back door because he wasn't actually supposed to be there. So he's been performing for a long, long time. So he was trying to break into the college scene and that circuit, and so he came up to me after my show. He waited until I was doing all the pictures and stuff, and he said, "Hey, I'm a fellow performer, and I'm trying to get this circuit." I was like, "Hey man, let's have coffee. I'd love to help you any way you can, blah blah blah." And so we ended up hanging out, having coffee. We went out one night too. And then we were going to leave, and we're like, "Hey, it was great meeting you. Where do you live?" And he was like, "I live in Orlando." And that's just when I was moving there. I was moving there that week. And I was like, "I'm moving to Orlando this week." And the cruise was going out of San Juan, so it wasn't out of Port Canaveral or something like that. And then we
he tricked you with his mentalism.
You were moving to Florida.
He's moving to Orlando.
He knew that already.
I was like, I didn't even know. I told all my friends. They were like, "What? You're moving to Florida?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I am."
So you guys came together, and then you were like, how can we merge our two acts?
So as a fun fact, I see a lot of shows. I only say hi to the entertainer after the show if I thought it was a good show. And I tell him all the time, I said, if the show wasn't as good as it was, we probably never would have met.
Would have been friends.
And so we became really good friends. We've just gone on tons of trips together and stuff. And then we started kind of becoming fans of each other's work as well. And I think that oftentimes people come to my show, and one of the things that interests them is they kind of wonder, what is the human mind capable of? How far can we stretch this? And with Charles, you see the action comedy and everything, and you think, how what is the human body capable of?
Right.
And so Mind and Motion kind of puts all of that into context and shows it just pushes the limits of everything. So we thought it'd be great to stick them together and make one show.
It's awesome. It's an awesome concept. It is really cool because you're right. It's like, what is the human body capable of? And that's Charles' side of. And okay, I want to ask you this because when I see your guys' talents, I'm like, man, they're kind of different.
I'm glad you use talents because people wing that around now. Like it's the term genius. You know, like, this guy's a genius. Oh, he's so talented. No. We gotta knock that off. We gotta start gatekeeping a little more. You guys are talented because you have a weird talent, and I mean that with love. It's something that not everybody can do. It's rare.
Well, also it implies reps, and I think it's
love reps.
Okay, what's interesting is like I've seen you guys perform online, and I've seen Charles in person many times, and what's interesting about both of you guys is that when you see Charles perform, you're like, well, how does this guy do this? But then you're like, he must just have insane amount of practice, right? Because it's.
But I would like for him to say, like, I can just do it. Right?
No
like, I kind of want you to say, and is there, hold on a second, is there a little bit of I can just do it in there, but you do, I mean, the practice helps.
Hand-eye genetics.
I love talking about this topic because everybody's like, and when people see the show, they almost want to say, oh, well, you're just naturally talented. And it's almost like a thing that's, I don't want to say insecurity or something. It's like, well, that's why I can't do it. Because this person's just born with that. They discount the work.
Right.
They just like, oh, you just can do this. Oh, you're just talented. Like, I kind of have a disdain for that word because, bro, there's no way, there is no way around the reps. There's no way around the 20,000 hours. There is no way around it.
And we all know that it's way more than 20,000.
Yeah. And I mean, for somebody to come up and be like, "Oh, you didn't actually work. You're just born with that." That's kind of
it's insulting.
It's the underlying
it's like
tone of it.
Looking at like Dave Chappelle, like, oh, this guy's just up there effing around. It's like, no, he's not. This guy put in his entire life.
He
crafted this over millions of hours, or 10,000 hours on stage.
Sure.
And it's like, and then Keith. So I feel like okay, that's like it's kind of easy to see. You discount a little bit with talent. Where Charles like, oh, he's got amazing hand-eye, but there's also 20,000 reps. But Keith, when people see you on stage, I often think they discount the reps. And then it's because there's an element of reps here.
Mumbo jumbo.
Or it's just like, it's almost like, so what do you think about that? Is like, the reps is very important to your abilities and talent too, right?
Yeah, I have lots of thoughts on it. So I actually started when I was 11, as Charles mentioned.
I got it wrong.
When I was 14 is when I was doing shows in bars and pubs, and like he said, they'd walk me in, walk me back out, and it's interesting with magic, right? Just as a blanket statement, because mentalism is a genre, like a sort of a subcategory in magic. But magic is the only art that people work really hard for you to not see what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so I started with that foundation, but then I also went to college and got a degree in psychology and criminal profiling. After that, I studied body language.
Which one of us is more the criminal, me or Tom?
Yeah. And so it's definitely all of that put together, but I think I get a mix after the show. People come up and they say either... they give me the credit for putting in the work to learn these things, or they think it's a gift or something like that. And so during the show, I don't make any claims. I also don't make any disclaimers. I'm not saying like I'm psychic. I'm not saying that this is all BS, but I just want people to kind of come and make that decision for themselves.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to take that away, too. It's like taking away the magic from the audience. Why would you do that? And that's part of why the show is entertaining. And so, Keith, I got to ask you this, because like ever since O's started becoming more and more popular, I become obsessed with mentalism. And like,
well, it's also, it gets in your mini documentaries. He calls TikTok and Reels mini documentaries to make himself feel better. So I don't, but yeah, it's in our algorithm. We get a lot of magic,
and I know that it's like a faux pas. You're not going to do this because of professionalism, and you're never going to call out another mentalist and even guess how they did a certain thing. But I become obsessed with figuring out how O's guessed Joe Rogan's pin number.
It's literally occupying so much of his time.
And you don't have to tell me.
Every morning he
I know you
it.
know. you know, but there's this new theory that I found deep in the internet, right? Because it's hard to find others like me that are dedicated, have dedicated their life to figuring it out.
And dare I say, the most unhinged answer for how this was pulled off.
It's the only thing I care about.
It's very wild.
Oh, you have a theory.
He has a theory.
Oh, yes.
Can he present it to you guys?
Oh, I've got lots of theories.
Okay, Charles is all in.
Yeah.
The juggler's like, do it.
And maybe off the mic, it's a different time. We'll be like, oh, yeah, you're right. All right. So I'm like, because I feel.
I've heard this one too. Also, this isn't just something he made up. This is other people. This is something that other people are actively pushing into his algorithm.
And this is why I don't mind saying this in front of Keith, because Keith is so fast on it. There's nothing I could say to Keith right now because he's so mentalist can never be thrown off.
He's already off of our interview right now. He's already living his life after the interview.
He already knows where I'm going.
Yeah,
He's that's right. Get out of my head.
Going. He's already there. He's sitting there smoking a cigarette waiting for you to show up.
Get out of my head, Keith. I know you're in there. I'll never insult you because you're too fast for me. Anyway, so this is how he did it, I think. So I think O's. And this sounds far-fetched, and it sounds like I'm a crazy person, right? Because
that's why I like it so much. I can't wait for you to say it.
So we got a time machine.
No.
It's right under that. It's just under that. It's just under time machine.
I think
Charles is in the algorithm.
I think O's is a brilliant man, and then
he is. Great showman,
and he knows like one of these mentalist illusions that I could do on one of the biggest shows. If it was so confusing to everybody, like it'd blow my career up. Like so, that's worth like what he did on Rogan is worth what would you say $500,000 in marketing?
More than that.
5 million and what do you pick? Oh, that's you know who's
right there. So people can put your camera on. Oh my God, you do know.
Yeah.
Oh, he's really in the algorithm now. Now I feel a little nervous. We're so close to it now. I feel like we're a little too close. So I don't feel like I should be this close to it.
If I'm O's, right, I can put myself in a mentalist brain, right?
You're more like he's more like the cereal O's. O-H. Yeah. It's still delicious cereal.
I'm going to hire multiple private investigators to follow Rogan around, and eventually he'll go to an ATM. And then when he goes to the ATM, I am just going to peek over his shoulder and look at it. And this could be months earlier. Yeah. And then I'm going to do this with as many, Good Morning America or whatever else. And just an army.
How long have you been tracking Joe for this one appearance?
That's mainly my business, is private investigators and organizing them to go out and find information.
And you use all the things that they bring you, the data for your illusions.
Yeah, the data for my illusions. And then once I get the Joe Rogan booking, I got this already.
That Keith is looking at Charles like when you're getting something so wrong that people look at each other, they're like, get a load of this idiot.
You're an expert body language.
I am. I'm pretty good at it. I'm like, look at these guys. They think we're idiots. Look at their body language.
Yeah, because then during the actual interview, I'm like, all right, Rogan, start thinking of some numbers, and then I pretend to look at his blinks, and then look at and then I say certain things, and I was like, oh, that's a tell thing, but that's the song and dance.
All private investigator.
I have his PIN number. I had it for months.
Yeah.
Everything. And then I'm hoping, I hope he didn't change it. He's too rich to change it. He don't care. Yeah. He didn't even know how much money is in his bank account. Rich people don't care about security.
So that's your theory. A team of private investigators. Not just
an army.
Okay.
I heard army.
So
I miss Charles. Charles, he fits in here he gives us just enough rope, and then he just sits back and is like, look at these idiots. Look how stupid they are.
Am I even close, Keith?
So I would say that we all have our own methods and ways of doing things. And I heard two parts to that. I heard the private investigator, let's call it legwork side, right?
Okay.
Which, I mean, that's highly impractical, right? The chances of that. But the second part that I heard...
You going to take that? You just got insulted by Keith Kong.
I didn't say it's impossible. I said highly impractical. But the second part was kind of baiting... a Joe when you say, we're going to have you think of some numbers. Let's say maybe a PIN code number or something like that. And then kind of implanting the thought for him to get on that path. And there's definitely some validity there. So, for example, before we started here, Dan,
I
had asked you to imagine that you had a die, right, in your hand.
He said, imagine you have a die in your hand and you roll it on the table.
Yeah, I saw him doing it to you, and then it was awkward. I was like, oh my God, he's doing the mentalist. I have to small talk or beat joke.
I mean, Dan just started levitating. It was crazy. No, but Dan, you rolled this die. It was an imaginary die, and you came up with a number. What number did it roll?
I rolled a 4. I cannot tell a lie either because I love magic so much that I'll lie to my family before I'll lie to a magician. That's a fact.
No, I mean,
because I love magic and illusions and mental stuff so much that I'd never want this to be like funny business. So so sight unseen, you said imagine a die, roll it. What do you get? I said 4.
Yeah. So please be honest. This is completely, your choice. It was a free choice. And then after that, you went online, your phone, everything, and you searched for a few random words. I said, we're going to do a word association game. This will all make sense on the air. Yep. And so you came up with 3 random words.
Yeah, I went and just picked words from a paragraph and just started, pulling them out.
And we wrote them down. Yep. What are the words?
The words are sandstone, sugar, and granite.
So completely random. You didn't know you would be thinking of these words, right?
Absolutely. Well, no. I didn't know you were going to use my phone. In fact, I don't know if you noticed this, but when we first picked up my phone to open a free browser, it was on pornography.
I was about to say.
That's how authentically real this is.
Was one of the words massage?
Oh, my God. Oh.
Porn O's.
How did you know? You're porn O's.
So again, like nothing set up. You've written the words down and stuff. Yeah. But what's really interesting, you rolled a 4.
I did.
What's really interesting is if you look at the 4th letter in the word sandstone, what is that?
It's a D.
In fact, look at the 4th letter in every word that you randomly selected.
The 4th letter in sugar is A, and the 4th letter in granite is N, and that spells Dan. The private investigator. You're going to piss off Tom real bad.
We're going to show.
I thought Ross was a private investigator.
Now you're paranoid. You're right out there. You're beating up Ross. Ross is hitting you.
We'll get that for the camera.
Yeah. Look at that, Dan. He. Okay, you're freaking me out a little bit, man. Can I keep that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell that to my daughter during dinner. It's like we had another man come in and make your dad look like an idiot.
So Keith,
that's good,
amazing.
Dude. That's really good, Keith. So we're selling tickets. People love
January 11th.
That kind of stuff, man. I freaking love it. And this all comes back to you and I hating our jobs, and we would spend thousands of hours looking at mentalist videos and tricks and just jugglers and the rope trick and like feats of strength, and people are awesome, and we just became obsessed with it.
So okay, Keith, let's talk about the psychology behind all of this, because and I've made jokes before where they're like, I know the easy.
Oh, you made Melissa. Melissa, our video editor, she's a simple-minded whore.
Come on.
And she is wild right now. You brought fire to the village and they've never seen it before. She's losing her mind.
It's Christmas time.
Wait till you see the show. This is just the beginning.
I think we're all going to go. I think we're going to try to stack some tickets and head on down there.
So how much is it like the implanting certain how dumb are humans, Keith?
No. I think that's a great question. I think that's a really good question. Because how easy is it for him to do what he does?
Yeah, like the human brain.
Well, he just made me spell my own name using stupid words from the internet. So I mean, how dumb am I?
Like, is it an aspect of you kind of understanding how the human brain works for the majority of people, and then playing with that because the subconscious, like I've heard neurologists talk about how our subconscious is constantly working in the background at all times, and then we only know like our consciousness as we know it, but the subconscious brain is doing all these things, and like some of it's evolutionary, some of it's just like based on like other calculations to keep us alive, and then you knowing about what the subconscious brain is doing and then tapping into that. Is there something like that?
Yeah, so I can't give you the percentages, but yeah, like a lot of that's accurate. Have you ever heard of the test with a hot water and cold water pour?
No.
But I did put his hand in warm water, and he peed that couch you're sitting on.
A whole different trick. No.
I pee every time. Yeah,
because
how dumb I am.
Yeah, he's 100% a peer.
So I think that people are better at reading other people and situations than we give ourselves enough credit for. And there's a study in psychology where you can actually find a video on YouTube or something like that, but you can tell the difference. If I was to pour from a kettle cold water and you just listen to the sound, and then I poured hot water and you listened, you could tell me the difference just by hearing the pours.
Really?
And it's something you don't think you'd be able to do, but you can do it. Like I said, find the video on YouTube. They'll do a side-by-side, listen blindly.
Is it just atoms, molecules?
The molecules are moving faster and stuff, but also from an evolutionary point, as you mentioned, Tom, hot water, like scalding water, could be dangerous. And so we learn these, like our brain makes shortcuts. It's the reason we find faces and patterns of randomness, because if that was a predator back in the day, like you need to pick up on that fast.
So
oh my God, you talk about this stuff. You're like dumb Keith Kong. You're dumb Keith.
I know. I'm too dumb to do this.
You have no idea what you're opening Pandora. Everything you've been saying for like the last 19 minutes is everything he mentions every day, but he gets it all half right. And you're getting it full right.
Yeah, I'm too dumb and lazy to actually do it.
Oh, me too. Me too.
So the brain does make shortcuts, and we can exploit those, but then I don't want to like lead you to believe that this is all, like we can have these insane superpowers and stuff. Like you can get superpower adjacent if you really fine-tune these things, but that's not to say that there isn't some degree of misdirection and magic in the background. And that's what I love about mentalism, is that it blurs that line. People don't know, is this real? Is this an illusion? Some of it, and like if so, which parts? And I love that, because to me, that's the magic. Like, that's the real thing. Yeah. It's not a magic show where there's willing suspension of disbelief. You go in, you're like, these are illusions. I'm going to put that aside and just enjoy. Here, there's that uncertainty, which makes it more fun.
Charles, you ever get tired of hanging out with these guys? They're like, you're messing with your brain and stuff, and you're like, look, man, I'm a super athlete. I just want to do my tricks. I want to show these kids. Look, I'm going to play some Bach on the piano with these balls, and get out of my head. Get out of my head, man.
That's great. And the one thing is, like, though, he can perform anywhere at any time.
That's
it's
true.
Just like, okay, you can break out and just like all of a sudden a party's happening.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, I need the right ceiling height and I need my props. And
it's very specialized.
Yeah, but you can juggle anything. You can juggle those pillows if you wanted to.
And I still have the juggling bags you gave me. They're like a prized possession of mine. They have his logo on the side of them. Yeah, they're by my bed. When I get stressed out,
so
it does help because
play with my balls by your bed.
I do, but it refocuses. You know, it does. If you have an ADD or you like,
it actually is actually therapy for.
It works.
It actually will put your brain into a brainwave state that's actually very similar to meditation, like deep meditation, like experts, and they're using it to cure like Alzheimer's, cerebral palsy, things like that. And it's the only thing that's ever been shown to increase gray matter, which is a new connectivity, like neuroplasticity in your brain.
Sure.
And so it actually has some very unique properties.
Yeah, I do. I love juggling. I'm a basic guy. I do just basic juggling.
That's
but
it.
If I'm upset, if I'm irritated,
because it forces you not to think about anything, just like meditation does.
For someone like me that's easily triggered, if I just pick up those balls and start juggling with them, it'll reset my brain, and then I can set them down and go about my business.
Okay, Keith, we'll get back to you. I want to ask Charles a question about...
We're just going to be all over the place.
Hand-eye coordination. So, one of the presents I got for the boys...
Oh, is it that ball you punch?
No, well, you got that.
The Matt Rife ball?
Oh, yeah, they put on the head.
Yeah. I want that. I call it the Matt Rife ball because I've seen him doing it.
But it's and they do this with, like, this went around the internet with F1 drivers. Like, it's little sticks that drop, and then it measures your hand-eye coordination.
Oh, that's that thing that Shedeur Sanders did.
It's more reflex speed, and actually that is, because a lot of people are like, oh, you have great hand-eye coordination, and I mean, I guess I do, but I more equate it to muscle memory, so it's like a basketball shot, just like repping it, and just knowing what that feels like, and knowing how it goes, and how it flies, and it's a golf swing, that kind of thing. But there is some reflex stuff that does get built in through the art of juggling and practicing that discipline, and it shows up sometimes, like I'll be over, I remember a friend's house and he like opened a cupboard and like a jar of peanut butter like fell out and I just quickly like grabbed it and he looked at me like I was Spider-Man, you know. You
are Spider-Man. You train so much that you have a superhuman ability.
That does happen. So that's
do you find
a little bit of that.
Juggling when you shouldn't? Like, do you ever like you're holding on to things and you're just like juggling them?
I'll just toss them from hand to hand or manipulate them in my hand. It's kind of But yeah, I would say the majority of it is muscle memory and a little bit of strength too, like getting the muscles up to being able to do those like higher numbers and things like that. And then you do get the other benefit of like quick reflexes. Also.
Well, also I'd like to point out that Charles is a world champion.
Yeah. It's true.
And because a lot of people are like, yeah, he's a juggler. I'm like, no.
But the bigger question is like, there's world championships of juggling? What?
No, I think that's wild.
There's world championships of everything.
Yeah,
basket
there are.
weaving, whatever you.
And go and watch it, and you'll see some humans that can do something you'll never be able to do.
No. I mean, and then with I just thought of something with those amazing reflexes and dexterity and like pizzazz with your hands.
Pizzazz,
amazing lover. Could you imagine?
Oh my God, you would be an amazing lover. My God.
I mean, I just I'm thinking
oh my God,
what you could do with those hands.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Sorry,
what you can do with those hands, those beautiful hands.
So the next question, and this is for both of you, and this is something a lot of people don't think about, but I think about all the time. And
is it Charles massaging you with his hands? Because that's an odd segue, but it could go that way.
Just based on what he's done in the reps, like an amazing foot massage. If you like, just the hand, the strength.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
you're playing like a Christmas song in his back with the ball.
So it's the outs, and you in both of you guys from performing so long, you have a lot of outs, and a lot of times you don't need them.
Maybe
Sometimes
we should explain what an out is.
So an out is like, and it's kind of like what someone that's really good at improv has developed over the years, where you could just hit, you go with the flow wherever it's going, and it doesn't look like you dropped, it's throwing you off. Right, so with Charles, like every once in a while, and it rarely happens, but Charles, you drop something.
It's. I look at it like this: when you're on stage, and the audience is a mirror for you.
Yeah.
So if you're having a good time and you don't care about a mistake that happened, neither do they. If you freak out and all of a sudden you're panicked, so are they. So the more at ease you are with everything that happens, and a lot of times when a mistake happens, it could become funny or it could become something else. So as long as you're comfortable as a performer, the audience will be comfortable. And a lot of people have said, like, I've done like perfect shows before, and they're like, you know what, that show was great. You like made a mistake, and all of a sudden I realized there was something at risk. Like it could go wrong, and then all of a sudden I was even more invested and interested on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, because you're sitting there, you're like, oh my God, what happens if you drop a ball? You know, but you when that happens, what do you build it into the show, right? It's
sometimes I'll actually use a different move. So if something falls on the floor, like I have ways to like put it on my foot, and all of a sudden toss it with my foot up into the air, and all of a sudden it becomes like a victory. Like everybody's like, it's like a story arc. It's like, oh, he's down. Oh my God, this amazing thing happened. What a recovery!
And people will, because they don't expect that. Yep. And I'm one of these people. I will say this phrase, and this is the best thing for you ever. I'll go. He deliberately dropped the ball to kick it back up so he could show you he could kick the ball up.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Because I'm trying to get my wife to think that I know a lot about juggling, right? You do this too.
Oh, yeah.
Where you lean over your elbow, you're like, you see what he did there? He pretended to drop it so he could kick it back up. But you didn't. You did drop it, but then you're good enough to do it, and then and
then there's fakes. Like there's some stuff like I'll like mess a trick up, or I'll basically do a false start. I'll throw a couple and be like, oh wait, that wasn't ready. Oh no, I can't do it now. And I'm just basically milking it, because if I just quickly did the trick, there's no suspense, there's no build up, and so
Also, it's easier for
it's foreplay,
now, right?
like you say. It's
we don't know how to do it.
It's not foreplay. He's doing something that you never even imagined.
He's kissing my neck with anticipation.
He's got such the finger strength. Anyway, so Keith, let me ask you this. So on your side of things, as a mentalist,
how are your fingers? Sorry. That was on the list.
Yeah. Fast tongue. All right, I should have said that.
You know, I'll cut that out.
I'm sorry, Keith. So when I see mentalists, and tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I'm watching them go through the thing, and I'm trying to figure it out the whole time. This is torture. And as they're doing
that is the difference. I give myself up. He stands, heels dug in, mad.
Oh, it bothers me for months, and I become insane about it. Like I'm searching, finding like
that rope trick almost put you in the grave.
You know what? It's the only thing the internet doesn't know. And that's weird, because the internet knows everything, and I've searched how do they do this?
I think magicians get on there and they disrupt the
something's happening.
I think they do. I think they get in there and they're like, look
it up.
Two can play that game, right? If you can put all the information online, you can also put all bad information online.
Search for hours how they found Joe Rogan's PIN number, and you'll get a private investigation.
They just drop in like a dozen red herrings.
I cannot tell a lie. If you do search, how do they get Joe Rogan's PIN number? They will say there's an army of PIs.
There's no definitive. There's the fake thumb. Anyway, okay.
I've had people come up to me like days after a show, and they'll say, I Googled that thing, and what I found was not what you were doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Because there's also
different ways to do it.
There's so many different ways, and then
that's the best part of Penn and Teller Fool List, though. When and they do a good job of protecting, but also like opening a little bit of the door.
The wording is beautiful. They're like masters.
That's my favorite part when they have figured it out, or they may say something like, and then they'll be like, "But is it through the this, that, and that?" And they'll be like, "No, it's not that. But I think you're doing it through the this." And they're like, "You got it."
Okay, yeah. So you love Fool Us. So tell us your experience with Fool Us.
It was great. I actually ended up fooling them, and I was probably the last one on my team to realize that's the way it would go. I was just so focused on doing a good performance. And if you watch the video on YouTube, you can actually see the moment I sort of like pump my fist, and that's actually the moment that it hits me, which is like a minute after the trophy's in my hand and stuff like that.
But I think that checks out from like a mentalist standpoint, right? Like I don't want my mentalist to lose composure like I do. I want you to get it later because you're a mentalist. I want you to be like, yes, of course. And like later.
I knew this would happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So back to my question. So going like outs and learning how like to deal with when things go wrong.
By the way, he was doing this at 11? 14?
11 is when I started.
That's crazy. My son's 11.
Mentalism is very much about ouch. You have to be very flexible, and it's just doing it so many different times with so many different people, and all the different situations happen, and then you're prepared for every situation, kind of.
Yeah. So when the mentalist does the move where they write a word down that there's no way they would have known that the person thought of, and it's usually like think of a childhood friend or something so obscure that I can't even.
You mean like picking 3 random words and then spelling your goddamn name?
And then so the mentals they write it down on the paper, right? And then after they write it down, I'm like, he knows he's right. And I'm like,
they never look nervous. Yeah.
And I'm like, and
they never look like I don't know.
And that's what gets me because I'm like, he knows that person's gonna say the word he wrote down. If he didn't know, he wouldn't have wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he already knew, because if he didn't know, that there would be another out, and there'd be something else going on. You know what I'm saying?
But
like, once they write, they know.
Yeah, once they're doing that, then you basically just build the suspense. Like, go this way, go that way.
Have you ever written something and then had it wrong?
Yeah, actually. So as you were saying that, I'm like, I don't know.
Okay.
It's not a perfect science, so... you do get a miss occasionally, but like Charles alluded to with the juggling, I think it intensifies. It's like, oh, there's stakes at play. Like this could go wrong. It's not too perfect. Now, I'll never intentionally, or very rarely will I intentionally mess something up because I want to give myself room in case something does go wrong. But I can say that it's very rare, especially now that I will have a miss.
Okay.
Yeah, like even, do you see how cool he was? He's writing all this stuff down. I'm picking these things from a random web page. And he's as cool as a cucumber. I can't even do that when I'm at Chick-fil-A drive-thru. I'm sweating. I'm upset. I'm excited. Can't even order food.
So, okay, now when you're doing these tricks and they're like, you write down the wrong and the person says that there's an out for that, though, right?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, most commonly this happens if someone doesn't really follow directions. And I remember
I love it. It's their fault, and you should shame them.
Well, so I remember like a clear example comes to mind where I was doing an award show, and I gave her like instructions, and I said, think of a word or something, and then it was like, I was writing it down. I was like, does your word begin with the letter H? And she was like, yes. And then I'm like, okay, I think I'm on the right track here. And I write this word down, and I'm like, and what is the word that you were thinking of? And she's like, injunction, or something like that. And then I said, I thought you said it started with the letter H. And she was like, oh, that was the other word.
At least you can shame her on stage.
Right. In that case. I mean,
yeah. She led you to the wrong place.
She was like, oh, no, that was the other word I was thinking of. And I was like, what are you doing here? And
what's the real word? It starts with the letter I, like idiot.
So I kind of like made fun of her a little bit, like lightheartedly. And then I said, okay, here's what we'll do. Clear your mind. Think of this. And then I got that right. And afterwards, people were like, oh, great show and stuff. Sorry about that, lady. Like, what was that about?
So, yeah, it's all, and that's the thing, is you both you guys, like, you go with the flow, you make the show good every time. You know, have you guys ever left a show and thought to yourself, I didn't do a good job?
So, there's usually sometimes it's things that are out of our control, whether it be the lighting or the stage or our mic goes out, something like that.
Just know if you're working a Tom and Dan event, there's a 62% chance your equipment will fail, rendering you a fool on stage.
So
and you will have to use your sophisticated outs to not look more like a fool.
And you'll be mad that you worked with other fools.
Yeah. And then you'll go back to yell at us and we're drunk.
And so most of the time, those things are usually only perceptible to me because I know my show frontwards and backwards. And so what seems like something that happened to me is usually not perceptible to the audience. So if anything, when a show doesn't go well enough, it's just for me. Because I'm like, okay, this is a standard. I missed the mark by that, but they don't know. So it's just, and they've never seen the show, so everybody has a great experience. That's all that matters.
And I don't want to. I told bits and pieces of this on the BDM show, but when there were other instances we were talking about earlier about a magician working, and there are times when because you and I think we are very special in that, and this is one of the cool things about our job is that
I am special.
Yeah, you are. We both are, but we've gotten the opportunity to be with some of these entertainers of I call them like old world kind of crafts. Like I feel like juggling and mysticism and like magic really are things that you would have seen like at the Globe Theater or something. Like I feel like you would have seen it because it's real humans, right? Like, and I know that everybody's AI'd out right now. This is real human stuff, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't get more human than this. This is the kind of stuff that like when I see it, I get like really into it. So I don't know. Like I just feel like everybody, this is an amazing thing to do during the holidays or coming out of the holidays. Is to go and see this and sort of celebrate the cool stuff that we can do naturally as humans. But my point was, this magician that I'm talking about, things were failing around him constantly, and he still did a perfect show.
Yeah, no one would have noticed.
No one would have ever noticed. And now, behind the scenes, backstage, I'm watching some of his stuff fail. But it didn't matter because he had so many different ways to do his stuff. It didn't even matter, that's so impressive, man.
So, Keith, a couple more questions real quick before we run out of time. And again, get your tickets. It's at the Dr. Phillips Center, January 11th.
In the Pew Theater, right?
At the Pew Theater.
It's a great room.
Great room. Not a bad seat in the house.
Probably the best room to see, I would see this kind of show. Yeah. Probably the best room in Orlando to see it.
Yeah, and this, and if you got a little older kids, like my 10, 11, perfect age.
Perfect.
And you could, bring the family. It's a great show.
Bring grandma.
Yeah.
Bring everybody.
Or a great date night. Saying get your tickets before, because the Pew Theater's not that big, so get your tickets before it's
this is intimate. I mean, it's a decent size, but it will go fast.
We're like over 70% sold out.
Oh,
so Keith,
you better go faster than later, then, guys.
And maybe it's not professional for you to talk ill about another profession.
Why would you lead him down that path? My God, Barbara Walters.
So, is what you're doing in the same Venn diagram as what a person is doing when they claim to talk to people's dead relatives?
It's not the same, that's for sure. I mean, maybe there's some weird overlaps, but I don't talk to the dead. I mean, I do. They don't talk back.
No, what I'm saying is like read.
That's a great answer.
As this person's talking and telling a bunch of things, like I see, like the people that claim to talk to the dead relatives, they go on like morning shows or whatever.
John Edwards.
John Edwards. And then as the person's talking, I almost am looking at John Edwards and then seeing his eyeballs move, and then he's picking up things that all of us normies, as I call them. We don't pedestrians we don't see, but John Edwards is picking up a bunch of clues to guessing the right person. Like, hey, you're
I think there's one or two techniques, especially something that's called cold reading. It's almost like leading the person. It's almost like just feeding them answers. The thing is, those people want to believe so badly that that's why they're there. So it's almost easier to fool them, because all you do is put out like 4 little feelers and then just hook onto one like a fish biting on a hook.
Best part,
and they're just like, okay, now we're going with that, and then they'll do 4 more they'll lay out, and like, oh, that's it, how did you know? And they just grab onto that, and it's like literally just.
But the best part is once you get them and once they believe, you can look them squarely in their eyes and be like, I'm talking to your Uncle Marty right now, and he wants me to tell you something. He wants you to lighten up. He wants you to give yourself some grace. You're doing your best. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the part where, to me, it becomes really not good. Because you're honestly making you're making money. Like, that is not good. Like, but I've seen those ones where they're like, oh, yeah, he's got a message for you. Anytime they say he's got a message for you, I'm like, oh.
But how amazing is it? He thinks he's talking to his dead Uncle Marty.
Impressive.
That's a pretty cool Saturday. You're like, I talked to my dead Uncle Marty today.
This guy talked to him. He said he had a message for me.
But the message is always behind a hefty paywall.
Yeah, well, you're not an idiot, Keith. You got to, come on.
You want to talk to your Uncle Marty more, you know what you have to do. Give me your credit card. So
I'm going to make an AI Uncle Marty. You'll see.
And then last question is how much, and I saw some of your social media about like negative reversing and like some of this is sales techniques and things like that they use in the sales world, which, by the way, I know you probably realize you'd be an insane salesman.
He actually lectures at sales conferences for experts. He's actually studied a lot in sales.
All right. So
there's crossover there.
Yes. So let's talk about that and what you've learned.
I love it when you and Coach you tell stupid salesmen how to do mumbo jumbo on their customers. I love it.
Yeah, so,
I love it.
I mean, there's a ton of overlap in techniques. Like a moment ago, Tom, before you had your drink, you had your hands like this. This is called steepling. It's a body language tell. And
what's that mean? He's gay? I knew it. Okay.
Women tend to steeple
I knew it. You're doing
like
gay hands.
But it's just a sign of thought. And so, like, in a sales situation, we talk about bonding and rapport, matching and mirroring, and I'm looking for things like that.
Okay.
But then it goes further into communication, things like tonality, word choice, and like we said, body language is part of communication, and influence. Like, there's definitely a lot of overlap, and I enjoy it. Like, ethical sales is based on modern day psychology and client-centered therapy and that sort of thing. So it's just understanding the problem, because if you're ethically selling something, you're only going to sell it if that addresses a problem that the prospect has. And so, yeah, I could just nerd out on the sales stuff all day.
Can you help us manipulate our clients into giving us just a little bit more money a month? I'm not kidding. I'm like this is, as a small business, can you come in and we hire you to teach Tom and I
know how to do it. I know how to do it. Because
can we do that?
Keith has already taught me through. We're looking through social media all day.
Oh, and that taught you. Okay, great.
You go to the client, right?
Okay.
Like, say I go to Dr. Powers, and I say,
oh man, don't use real clients in your example.
Mo DeWitt
having anxiety attack. You guys are giving me mouth to mouth.
I'll use Mo DeWitt. All right,
not our biggest client. This guy's
I'll go to Mo, and I'm like, I know you don't want to.
Ross, help me. Help me hold him down.
Keith knows it. He'll tell me if I'm right. I'll go to Mo, and I'm like, I know you don't want to give me more money a month, so let's just put that to bed. And then immediately
they wait a minute. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I tricked him.
That's the negative reverse that you're talking about, right? I mean, and I would even double down and say, see, I told you I will nerd out on this, so I'll take the question seriously. I will go through it. But
I didn't even know you guys were coming in today. I'm so freaking happy to see you guys because I love you guys, man. This is like my favorite type of show.
But to answer that, I would go, Mo, I'm guessing there's absolutely nothing that we could do that's going to, convince you to increase your investment, is there? And I've gone so far negative, absolutely no possible way that you would even consider, right? Like, it'd be silly to even ask. And
that's absolutely correct. Then you're receiving my message.
I'll say, I'm already regretting how much I'm paying you now.
No, and maybe
don't even put that out there.
And maybe that's the answer, but at least right? Because salespeople don't always deserve the sale, but they do deserve clarity. Would you rather get a no sooner or later?
Yeah,
Tom rather get it later.
Well,
right? You like to wait.
Oh, push the nose back.
Yeah.
Salespeople spend 80% of their time on follow-up, so I want that no sooner than later. But because we're contrarians by nature, it's in our nature to say no. So if I go so far negative, he might say, well, I mean, I'm not sure, like, I'd never increase it. Maybe if there was value. Oh, interesting. Like, tell me more. What kind of value would it take?
And then you whisper to Tom, I'm like, Mo's doing gay hands. He's doing gay hands. Get him going for the kill.
All right, so, okay, absolutely last question.
You almost called him Mo. That's how tired you are.
No, last question. So, Keith, is there anything that O's has done on social media that you can't figure out?
That's a great question.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we all have our own different methods. I'm sure there's plenty of things that I do that O's wouldn't do or know where to start on, but I think that's what's great. Like, you can see O's. You've probably seen a ton of his stuff, but come and see the show on January 11th. You're going to see a ton of new stuff, and it's so audience interactive.
It's different seeing it live, too. I'm going to put that out there.
I get that all the time.
YouTube is great. Don't get me wrong. And Penn and Teller's show is great. Don't get me wrong. But seeing it live, there's nothing like seeing Magic Live.
100%.
That's why Coach just says, see Magic Live. That's why that's his company.
It's
like, because it is different. It is.
Yeah. And then the live aspect is perfect because you're seeing two insanely talented humans.
You'll be able to, you can hear Charles breathing.
Yeah.
Because he's an athlete.
Like performing in front of you, something that took an insane amount of time and dedication.
That no one else in Orlando can do. I would say that. Like, there's no one else in the city that can do it.
To see humans perform a skill that took an insane amount of dedication and time to learn is always impressive to me, and it'll never get old. It'll never get taken by AI or be AI. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's great. Everybody's like so worried about job security and everything. I'm like, I'm actually pretty good right now. Yeah. It's like what we do is offer a human experience. It's like the anti movement of AI and everything like that.
I kind of get an icky feeling. Like I use a lot of AI, and it is extremely helpful in certain aspects.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it leaves a film on you. Yeah. And the best way to get rid of that film to me is to buy your ticket to see something like this to get that human experience cranking.
All the energy in the room too. All these other people sharing emotions. Like it's will never go out of style. It will never lose value.
Very cool.
Well, you're saying that, Charles, because AI is not after your job. It's after the lazy people's jobs like me and the rest of the goddamn population that's too lazy to learn what you guys learned. Because
but we're
it
stupid.
takes too much time.
Here's the beauty of us, though. We're so stupid that we lose our jobs to AI, and we're like, we'll become jugglers. Not going to happen. It's not gonna, too old to learn it.
January 11th at the Dr. Phillips. Get your tickets now.
Scoop them up because, like Charles said, they're going quickly. So if you heard this and you want to get your tickets, get them now. Keith, thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We put a new one in our mental list. How many different magician, mentalist, and like juggler type people? We know a lot.
You guys are my favorite people to talk to.
Me
by
too.
the way.
Me too. I'm at home with these guys.
And I'm your least favorite person to talk to.
Yeah, that's true, because you're like, I know how you did that. I know how you did that.
It was a horrible relationship to have. All right, we'll see you on Monday.